We are in Fortuna at this man Shock's house. We got to put 30 inches in here again, from this side of the gate over to the other side of the house, to stop water from coming in and flooding our house. So you get to watch it. The pumps will go across the street over here and through those bushes. There's a little creek that runs through, so that's where we're going to pump the water from. We're going to run one hose and use a splitter to fill up both tubes at the same time. If one starts to fill more than the other one, then we'll just pinch it off with a piece of string. This is where we're pulling the water out from. It's probably about 10 feet deep right there. Here's Seth getting the first bag and the second bag ready while the owner prepares the spot for the first bag. We got to go along this fence over there, white picket fence. You can see it right here. And that bottom board that you see there is kind of going to stop it from sealing very good. So he's got to take that bottom board off and shove some dirt up in there, and we'll start the bag over on the other end of the yard. Now Seth's laid out those two bags and they are ready to be hooked up to the first bag. Here's where the first bag goes. Dennis here is unrolling it, and then we're going to pull it as close to the fence as we can possibly get it. Now the end right here where you see the fill tubes coming out, they're going to go up into those wood chips as soon as we pack in some dirt right there along that board, so it makes a good seal. And you can see Dennis there, he's slowly getting it unrolled all the way up to those other bags that they've already set up there. And here comes the owner with the shovel. You can see Seth is taken and folded up the corner there. They're going to put some dirt in where he has it folded over, and then they're going to unfold that. And he's just got the corner up on the wood chips because that's how the owner wants it. Here come the hoses that he ran from the creek. Go ahead and fold that over if you want. You can see Dennis there putting on fitting. We're almost ready to start pumping. Seth here has just got 2 holes in the collar there, and he's getting ready to shove those fill tubes up through those holes there. This is what's going to be the plug, the bag that they will not fill up unless they need to. That way they can still drive in and out of their driveway. He's turned the bag around so the fill tubes are going to be in the other bag. Now he's shoving the end inside that collar. So those holes that he cut in the collar, they're no longer necessary. But they ain't gonna hurt nothing either, so. You can see him shoving that in there very far. He's got to make sure he's got enough slack so when the bag fills up, the bag will lose some footage because it is expanding. So he's got to make sure he's got enough there to fill the void and prevent leakage. Seth is now positioning the bag up the other bank to make a good seal. You can see how he's brought it up as high as he possibly can. Here he's going to take the fill tubes up and shove them through the collar. Now he's cutting the holes. There's the kitty. You can see Seth sucking those fill tubes up, getting them ready to pull up and through the holes that he's cut there in the collar, which are right there. Trying to keep this camera dry as a pain. Seth is the man with the master plan. Right there will be the plug. See Seth pulling it up closer to the fence. Here's Seth hooking up the hoses for the first bag. We got to fill one side at a time. Always the downhill side is the first side to fill. And since we only have enough hose to run one pump, we're going to have to switch them back and forth. But we do have a splitter laying down there on the ground, which we might use, but it never distributes the water evenly. So Seth has now started up the pumps, and we're going to wait for the water to get here to the hose and start shooting in the bag here. There it goes. Now we've got Dennis hooking up the splitter. Now as it fills, if we need to pinch off one side of this, we can just by tying a string and sucking it up. But now we don't have to keep on switching the pump on and off just to switch it over. We can just control it with a string. Well, I'd say she's feeling pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a big puddle there in the corner of her yard. When it really rains here hard, it just floods their whole driveway all the way into her garage. So that's why these are going in here. Yeah, I know you can see this puddle here, and it's actually stopping all that water from getting over to her fence. It's actually going around the bag right here. I don't know if you can see it on the film, but it's doing a good job. When it really starts to rain hard, this will work great to protect her yard and her driveway. See all this water right here underneath the bag? That's actually flowing. It's already almost full. So that just tied up the fill tubes. We're calling this one good. I went and shut the pump off, and Dennis refused to touch the camera, so that's why you didn't get to see that, but I'll show you on that one down there how we do it. Since you won't touch the camera, we've now hooked the hose onto here, onto the last bag, and Dennis is going to go turn the pumps on. So that's making sure we got enough slack in there for when they fill up the plug that it makes a seal there.
Well, we've had it for years, Jack.
Really? You guys have it even here?
Yeah, we never remember to freeze.
I know, you guys always have to switch over.
You can see Seth putting a string around that hose there.
Yeah, there's some equalization going on.
Looks like they forgot a gasket, so it's leaking big time. So we're going to get a gasket in there and get the pump going again.
Hey, when we had this freaking... We probably can't pull this now, can we?
If we pull it down there, you won't have enough to pick up over here. We pull it a little bit.
A little bit.
There we go again.
Is that good there?
I'd say she's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So that's hooking up to the plug here. He says he wants us to fill the plug all the way up because it is raining and they are afraid of flooding. So we're going to fill it up. He wants to shove a siphon hose down in there, which we can do. Hooked up, siphon hose is in there. This is the plug, the middle bag. We're now filling up the plug. Seth's over there trying to pinch off one side of the hose because one side's filling faster than the other side. Seth is now proceeding with tying up the fill tubes, which he missed on the first bag, but this is exactly what he did on the first bag.
Right there. Not this side.
One, and then he does the other one just like that, and then he tapes them both together, and voila, no leakage. Freestanding bag. Bag looks awfully good. Probably close to about how high they want that middle bag. You can see Seth there, he's trying to step down some slack to make sure that they get a good seal. So this is it. This is the outcome of the bags here. Water is going around successfully. Can't really see it through the camera, but it is. All we have left to do here is roll up our hoses, pack up our pump, and go.